right, so let's go ahead. So again, I'm going to say it again. Hello, my name is Kelly. This is Maxwell. Thank you for joining me. Today is Vinyasa flow with some intervals thrown in here and there, but our focus today is on the front body. So if you will, come to your mat, and you can place your mat this way so that the entire class you're able to at least look to the side and see what I'm doing. So orientation this way, horizontal to your viewing. And if you have blocks, you can place one block at one end and then maybe one, and then another block at the other end. I thought about this. I thought, maybe people don't have blocks to use. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 blocks I could loan out to 6 people. So and you could just sanitize it. No problem going on here, but anyway, you could just sanitize it. So if you want to borrow a block from me, I can leave it in my mailbox or on my back porch, my side porch, and you can come and pick it up. Blocks are super helpful, surprisingly. Just this object is incredibly useful in yoga. So if you want to borrow a block, just message me. I will totally let you, right? And you can give it back to me later. All right, so let's start. On your back. Everybody on your back. Roll back all the way, supine. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourselves a big hug around your legs. And rock from side to side. I'm just going to check things. You guys just stay there. Rock from side to side. A little movement on your own. And then extend out your right leg and bring your left knee into your chest. And then pull that knee into your chest, and you can rotate your right ankle. Both directions. And then bring the knee across the body to the other side. I'm just going to check one more time. Oh, good. So you've brought the right knee across to the other side, reaching your arm and then turning your head. Now lift the leg up again, reach the leg straight up, reach around the back of the hamstring and press your fingers into the belly of the hamstring and reach up behind the knee and press behind the knee. And then reach up and grab the calf and squeeze. And then extend that right leg out straight. Bring your left knee into your chest, rotate your left foot or the opposite foot from what you did before, and rotate the other way, looking straight up. Bring the knee across the body to the other side. You don't put your foot down unless you've got all that flexibility already, because your shoulders need to be on the floor. So I'm about right here. So my foot's not coming to the floor, but I am getting a good stretch through my hip and my back. So as we warm up the body, just be mindful of that you're not completely warmed up, and it takes a little bit of time to warm up the muscles around the joints, other soft tissue. Good. Now bring your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Then, as we've done before, we're going to roll up and back. Rock and roll, yoga rock and roll. Bring your hands behind your thighs. If you don't want to do that, just go to the side and come to a seated position. Otherwise, do that 3 times. Just 3. 2. Rolling And then one, and hold. And reach your arms up. Bring your elbows out to the sides, palms facing out. Elbows back, palms back. Good. Inhale and reach your arms up. Clasp your fingers, palms up. And then reach your right arm underneath your left arm. So elbows, one is on top of the other, the left, so I'll turn to the side. Just slightly, so elbows into each other, circling your hands around. Eagle arms, point your elbows forward. Now tip the fingertips towards the left. You'll feel that left shoulder. Look forward, shift the forearms forward more, and then lift up. And then unwind the arms and reach the left arm underneath your right. We'll do the same thing, palms together, reach the fingertips up, good. And now you're gonna tip the fingers towards the right. You'll feel that right shoulder, the shoulder blade, feel that back there. So the upper part of your back behind the shoulder. Now, unwind the arms and come onto your hands and your knees. So fingertips on the mat, put the top of your feet down. If you're just joining me, good morning. Go ahead and come into cat-cow. So knees are underneath your hips, lower your belly towards the mat and look forward. We're making really good time starting class today. Round your back, lift up, contract your abs, press into the floor. Draw in the abs right there as you tuck the pelvis. Then lower your belly towards the mat and look forward. And you can look down the bridge of the nose. Go cross-eyed for a minute. Just kidding. And then round up. And lower your belly. Look down the bridge of the nose. Excellent. And one more time. Walk your hands forward. Extend the right leg back straight. So just the right leg and keep your left knee. Now look over the right side. So look to the ankle over on the right. Push into the floor. Good. And then center. So now let's stretch the other side body. So put your knee down, extend the left leg back, push into the floor, and then look over to the side. So imagine what's happening internally. Your side ribs on the right are opening up, and the left side they're closing in closer together. Opening and closing the intercostal muscles between the rib cage bones. All right, so now look between the thumbs and separate your knees. Tuck your toes and separate your feet. So your legs are a little bit wider. Shift or lift your knees, shift your weight up and back. So you've got a little bit wider pose for a downward facing dog to open up the lower back. So pressing the hands into the floor. Reach the heels towards the back of the mat. Push the floor away. Now let's measure or see how we are with our downward dog placement. If you shift forward into plank, and then if you have to move your hands out, then you were a little bit short in your downward dog. I was. So here, straight body, press into the floor, and lift your hips. That's your downward dog length. Don't move your hands and don't move your feet. So your heels likely will not reach all the way to the floor. That's okay. And you want to have your inner arms turning kind of towards each other or forward. Press into the thumbs and the index fingers on the mat. That's the triad of the hands. That's where you really want to engage so that your arms have more integrity. Good. Now bring your feet closer together. Walk your feet to your hands. Lengthen the head forward. Then exhale and fold. Inhale and reach your arms up and stretch up overhead. Good. Exhale your hands to your heart. Let's warm up with a few sun salutations. All right, so reach your arms up, inhale, and then exhale, fold over with a flat back. Reach your hands down for your shins or the floor. Lengthen the head forward. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower down to the mat. For the first time, everyone, cobra pose. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and pull them back. Lift up or tuck your toes. Lift up your hips, downward facing dog. Exhale. So you'll find I'll give a lot of detail the first time we go through poses, and then I'll kind of fade out a lot of the detail, but keep the emphasis on the cues that I'm talking about, right? They're important. Look forward and bend your knees and step to your hands all the way, lengthening the head forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale and rise. Reach up. Bring your arms up. Go ahead, exhale, fold. Lengthen the head forward. Exhale, plank. That's all the way down to the mat as you exhale. Then lift your chest up, shoulders back, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Key thing when going from up dog to down dog is to draw from the abs, draw from your core. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step to your hands. Lengthen the head forward, then exhale, fold. Let's do one more round. Inhale and reach up and stretch. Exhale, fold. Lengthen the head forward. Plant your hands, high plank, lowering down. Exhale, chaturanga, upward facing dog. This is your vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Now lift your right leg up, inhale. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. So just opening up a little mild twist in downward facing dog. That left elbow will likely bend. I want you to straighten that arm, push the floor away, reach the hips back or that the leg back. Extend the right leg straight, toes pointing down, and bring your right foot forward between your hands. And you can set your left heel down. And then slowly, as you're pressing into your feet, lift your body up, knee over your ankle, pointing towards the second toe, and then look forward. Sweep the arms down behind you. Clasp the hands, stretching through the front body. Good. Now unclasp your hands and just reach up. Exhale to the mat. Downward facing dog. And go ahead and lift the left leg up. Look behind you, don't look to the mat. Don't look down. You want to look back. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. And straighten your arms. Push the floor away. Reaching that left knee to the back and up. Extend the leg straight. Point your toes towards the floor. Step forward. Set your heel down. Right heel. Inhale and reach up. So as you're reaching or lifting your body up to that standing position or lunge position, you want to press your feet into the floor. So draw back the left hip, right side body draws forward. Inhale and reach up. Good. Exhale, hands behind and clasp. Bring your fingers together like this so your palms can be flat. And just reach the fingers down and then away from your glutes. Good. Now unclasp your hands and reach up. Inhale. Exhale your hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. Vinyasa, if you'd like. Shift. And then lower. Lift your chest up through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, reach your right leg up and then turn your toes out and bend your knee. We'll do this often in class. Be careful. You can rotate at the ankle joint. Straighten your arms, shift your weight. Push the floor away, shifting the weight back and up. Extend the leg straight, point your toes down, step forward. This time, Setting your heel down, you're gonna reach your arms up to warrior two. So one arm forward, one arm back. Shift the knee forward, lunge position. Press into your feet like you're gonna cinch the mat in between your feet. Look over the front hand. Good. Now turn your palm up and reach up and back. Stretching the front body, the side, and then side angle. Put your forearm on your thigh, and then the left arm up and over the ear. Good. All right, so now bring the left hand down, lift the left heel up, reach your right arm up to the sky, the ceiling. Move your knee over your ankle, straighten the back leg. Very nice. Exhale your hand to the mat, push into the floor, downward facing dog. And let's do the other side. Lift your left leg up, turn your toes out, and then bend your knee. Push the floor away, reaching, opening the pelvis on the left. Extend the leg straight. Step your left foot forward and set your heel down. Reach up. So now your back is going to be away from me probably. Reaching your arms, just listen to my cues. Turn your left palm up and reverse. Hand behind the thigh, stretching the front body. So you're bending, lifting up the heart, looking up, bending back. Then exhale, side angle. Here in side angle, you want to have straight sides. Rather than bending the sides, you're straightening the sides and lengthening. Draw the shoulder back, reaching the arm over the ear. Inhale. Exhale. Now look at the mat. Place your hand on the floor. Lift your right heel. Reach the left arm up. Push into the floor. So that knee may dip out. Press into the foot. Keep the knee over the ankle. Slide the left hip back and reach it down. Good. Now exhale your hand down to the floor. Push into the floor. Lift the heel to the glute. Send it back. Downward facing dog. Vinyasa or not. And shift. Then lower. Lift up through. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Lift your right leg up. And turn your toes out and bend your knee. Extend the leg straight. Step your right foot forward. And set your heel down. Press into your feet, warrior two. Yeah, there you go. Much better, right? This time through. Knee over your ankle, tracking to the second toe. Shoulder is over your hips. Good. Reverse, just like we did before. Side angle, put your forearm on your thigh. Reach the arm up and over, straighten the sides. Take a breath in. Good. Now exhale, set your hand down. Same thing, lift your left heel, reach your right arm up, twist. Lunge twist. Breathe in and then breathe out. Great. Now we're going to move to the other side of the mat to change sides. So you're going to untwist, bring your hands to the inside of your foot and walk them to your hands to the other side. And do that. Let's do that several times. So I want you, it's called Skandasana, lunge side to side. Good. Press into your feet really strongly as you're moving from side to side. The ball of the foot will try to lift up, but because mainly your weight should be in your heels, but press into your feet. Now pick your hands up and reach your arms side to side. Then hold on the left. Hold right there. And turn and face the opposite direction. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. So now hands on the floor, downward facing dog. To start on this side and vinyasa if you'd like to. So that would be plank, shift forward, lower down on your exhale. Inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. So starting with your left leg, lift it up, turn your toes out and bend your knee.
Push the floor away, straightening the arms, parallel the arms, then extend the legs straight. Step your left foot through. Bring your heel down. Warrior two. Press your feet into the floor. Good. Relax your shoulders. Lift your waistline, right? So pull in your abs. Reverse warrior. Hand behind the thigh. Reach the left arm up. Look up. So that left knee, don't let it tip forward, tip in. Then side angle. Put your forearm on your thigh. Reach the right arm up. Straight line from your fingertips to your heel. Look underneath your arm. Knee over the ankle. Good. Now, look down. Right hand to the mat. Lift your right heel and lift the left arm up. Twist. Push into the floor. Get your knee over your ankle. Straighten the back leg. Your heel is pointing up. Breathe in and breathe out. Excellent. Bring your hand to the mat. Push into the floor. Downward facing dog. Lifting that leg up and back. Vinyasa if you'd like. Exhale back. Beautiful. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. Extend the leg straight. Step your left foot forward. Set your heel down. Reverse side angle. Reaching up and over. Good. Now place your hand on the floor. Lift your heel. Reach the left arm up. Inhale. So repeating the same side. Then exhale. Skandasana. So your feet parallel to each other. So look down, see your feet parallel. Weight is mostly in your heels, so your weight's back. Stick your booty back there. Shift side to side, reaching the arms side to side. And then come to the right side or the front of your mat and turn it around, right? Excellent. Push into the floor. Lift up your right leg, downward facing dog. Vinyasa. Shift, then lower. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Excellent. Push the floor away. Now lift up your right leg, stretch it out. Push the floor away. So here, I'm going to have you hop your left foot to a little bit forward, push into the floor, and then hop back to the place or where your feet would be for a downward dog. So just do a little, so you'll reach the right leg up and hop. If you look between the thumbs, that makes it a lot easier. Even if it's just a little hop and a little hop back. Do that again. So hop in, hop back. Do it again. 3 more times. That's 2. And then 1 more. Hop in, hop out. Step your right leg forward. Heel down. Going right into reverse. And side angle. Put your forearm on your thigh. Or you can reach down further. Straight body, side body. Excellent. Place your left hand on the floor. Lift your heel, reach your right arm up, twist. Inhale, reach up that arm. Let's add a side plank to this. So go to the edge of your left foot, slide your right foot into the center, reach up the right arm, lift your hips, and maybe you can stack your feet. Reach the arm. Now let's dip the hip down low and then lift up. So you have to press into the hand, dip down low and lift the hip, strengthening the side body. So here's one of our intervals. 30 seconds right here. Lift up, pulse up, lower, and lift, lower. Look out to the side. Breathe, 10 more seconds. Excellent. Now lift your right leg up, grab your knee, place your right foot forward. Inhale, reach your arms up, crescent pose. Stabilize.
Good. Now exhale, your hands to the inside of your foot. Skandasana. 3, 2, 1. Turn. Press into the floor and lift up. Downward facing dog. Vinyasa if you'd like to. Now we're going to do the same thing with the left leg leading on this side. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. So remember the hops. If you want to, set your knees down and take a look up here unless you know what I'm suggesting. So the hops are just barely, it's kind of like I'm going into a handstand. So your left leg is the lever, the right leg is the spring, and if you look between the thumbs and press into the hands, you can hop right and then hop back. So a 30-second interval, push into the floor, lengthen through the body, and do that hop again. Hop up. Maybe you're finding that one side much stronger than the other. Push into your hands, hop in and hop out. Do it again. And back. Again. 2 more times. Look between the thumbs. You'll be surprised at how helpful that is. Do it again. And back. Good. Step your left foot through. Heel down. Reverse warrior. Press into your feet. Side angle. Maybe you want to bring your hand down, fingertips, draw back the shoulder, look up. Bring your hand to the floor, and then turn, twist. So hold here first. And then we're going to go into side plank. Breathe in, edge of your right foot, slide your foot in, so you can stay here and do those hip dips. Lift and lower. Press into your hand, shoulder back, externally rotated, stack your feet if you can, then lower and lift. Breathe, 30 seconds. Press into your fingers, so think that your balance is coming mainly from the thumb to the pinky finger, so that space, the palm, lift, 10 more seconds. Beautiful job. Now bend your left, or bring your left knee up, step your left foot forward, and lift up into lunge, our crescent pose. Pull your shoulders back, abs in, bring your arms to your sides, let them relax. Excellent. Bring your hands down, and Skandasana, feet parallel, right, and then left. And then bring your hands to the right foot, press into the floor, downward facing dog, vinyasa if you'd like. Lift up through, press into the mat, exhale back, downward facing dog, good job. Breathe. Now set your knees down. Walk your feet in, or knees in, cross your ankles, and sit behind your heels. So your feet forward, lie down on the mat, all the way on your back, head on the floor. Bring your legs up. And place your hands behind your ears, just touching the back of your head. So your legs are bent 90 degrees, knees bent 90 degrees anyway, and then you're gonna point your toes, tap your right toes to the floor and lift up, and then your left toes. Okay, so now your focus, pull your lower back in, and then tap, and then lift. So your lower back is pulled into the floor, contracting your abs, tap and lift, tap and lift. There you go. Keep that. And now lift your head, your shoulder blades up, and keep that tapping, abs contracted, lower back pulled towards the floor, tap your toes, tap
tap. Great. Do that. 4, 3, 2, lift your shoulders up. 1, and now let's add a little twist. So point your elbow to your knee, and then the opposite side. Bring the legs together, and then change. Legs together, look forward, and then change. Do it again. Change. Together, and then switch. Together, and switch. Together, and switch. Do that 8 more times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Set your feet down. Set your head down. Arms to the sides. Tip your knees over to the right. And tip your knees over to the left. Do that again, so side to side. Coming into bridge pose, bring your feet close to your glutes. So your heels closer to the glutes. They're a little outside of the hips if you look down, or if you reach your fingers and feel for your heels. It's a little on the outside, but feet parallel. That's important. Place your hands on the floor. Before you lift your hips, lift up your right shoulder and pull under the shoulder blade. And then lift up your left and pull under the shoulder blade. So now your chest is kind of puffed up. Abs contracted. Press into your feet. Lift your hips. Stretching the front body. Stretching the thighs right here. Lifting. Breathe in. So to lift your feet up, you have to bring your feet a little, or lift one leg up at a time. Bring your feet a little closer together so you're stabilized. Bring your hands underneath you, underneath the hips, and then press the edge of the hands into the floor like that, right? So you've got a foundation of the back of the arms and the shoulders. The back of the neck is up off the floor, all right? So then press into the left foot and lift the right leg. So you're having to balance and level your right and left hip. You'll feel your left thigh more so. And then press into energized through the inside of your foot, the arch of the foot. Lift up higher, breathe. Flex your foot. Then bend your knee and set your foot down. Good. Press into the right foot and lift the left leg up straight. Breathe in. So these are about 20 seconds. So your right knee is pointing straight up. Left leg extended straight up. Breathe. Lift the hips more. Bend your left knee. Set your foot down. Lift up. Breathe in. Breathe out. So we're prepping the body for poses that we will do later, a little further, with a little more mobility. So prepping the joints, prepping the muscles. Now release the hands underneath you and lower your hips down. Excellent. Extend your legs out straight. Bring your arms to the side. Let your head drop over to the left. Stretch the neck. And then lift up and let your head drop over to the right. Stretching the neck. Excellent. Bring your knees into your chest, and just like we did in the beginning of class, this may feel better now that you're warmed up more. Hands behind your hamstrings. Roll up to seated or do 3 rock and rolls. So up, and then roll back. If you keep your back rounded, it's easier to do that. And then one more. Excellent. Hands on the floor, and then you're going to step right back to plank, go through a vinyasa, and we'll go through our series again. Look forward, exhale, the warrior series of poses that we've built together. We'll add on to those. So reach the heels towards the back of the mat. Let's test out the length of our downward dog. So you want to kind of imprint that in your mind, the placement of your feet and your hands. How far is it? How far is it really? So come into plank, and if you're on the balls of your feet or tuck your toes under and your wrists are underneath your shoulders, you did it right. Otherwise, lift your hips and just be aware of the space. How much space do you have in front of your fingers? How much space behind your heels? There's your downward dog position. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Lift your right leg up. Inhale. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. Good. Extend the leg straight. And bring your right foot forward between your hands. And set your left heel down, warrior 2 to reverse. Reach the arm up and over the ear. Press into your feet. And then reach over side angle for the floor or for the thigh. Arm up and over the ear. Good. Look up underneath the arm. Excellent. Left hand down. Turn your left heel up. Right arm goes up. Twist. And here is your side plank. So you're going to bring your foot to the center or stack your feet. Do something different right here. Lift your hips higher. We're not going to pulse this time. Or maybe you bring your foot to the inner thigh for a tree pose. So you're pressing into the edge of that left foot, strengthening the side of the hip on the left side, the side of the leg. Now, bring your right knee into your chest, step your right foot forward, and lift up. You're in crescent pose or high lunge position. Inhale, reach up. So we're going to balance again from here. Reach the arms to your sides, tip your chest forward. So you can slide this left foot in, or lift up and balance. So you're strengthening through the right leg, the right hip, tip your chest forward, reach your arms to your sides, turn your palms up, and then turn them down. When you turn them down, your arms, your shoulders externally rotate. Good, now bring the hands down for the mat very slowly, carefully. Half moon, you can use a block. Right hand or the floor, turn your left toes out. So similar to when we twisted in downward facing dog, downward dog twist, same kind of stretch. Breathe. Half moon, I should have said that earlier. Coming into half moon. Then if you want to challenge yourself, reach for your foot. Grab your foot. If you fall out, just come right back. Excellent. Now, set your foot down and then go right into lunging side to side, relieving your legs. Side to side, reach the arms, or you can place your hands on the floor and glide them along the floor. Feel the texture of your mat. Bringing your focus somewhere else other than your body. And then turn. Now the other side. Press into the hands. So we added on a pose, right? So lift up your hips, downward facing dog. Vinyasa to go to the other side. So shift and then lower. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push the floor away. Let's test our downward dog. Or where are you? Shift forward, plank. Did you get it right? Maybe. Maybe it was pretty close. Good. Reach the heels towards the floor. Hollow the belly. Push the floor away. Externally rotate at the shoulders. So you're turning your inner arms a little slightly towards each other or forward. But press into the thumbs and the index finger. Lift your left leg up. Turn your toes out. And then bend your knee. Look up underneath your arm and see the foot. Good. Extend the leg straight. Step your left foot forward. Heel down. Warrior 2 to reverse. Hand behind the thigh. Lean the shoulder back. Press into your feet firmly. Now come over into side angle. Reaching the opposite arm up and over your ear. Look up underneath your arm. Breathe. Then reach up. And
Lift your heel up in the back. Bring your right hand down. Lift your left arm up, twist. Press into your right hand, then go to the edge of your right foot. And then you're going to slide your foot to the center or stack the legs. Press into the hand, arm up and over the ear. Then maybe you can tree pose. Opening the hip to the side, look side. Pressing into the edge of that right foot. Firmly pressing into the fingers. Beautiful. Now grab your left knee and place your left foot forward into crescent pose. Inhale. Get your balance, right? Can be challenging right there. To assist, you can slide your foot in as you bring your chest forward. Otherwise, lean forward and lift your right leg with strength. Straighten the left leg. Standing leg. Relax the shoulders. Breathe in. Flex your foot strongly. Breathe in. Breathe out. Abs in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now bring the hands down slowly. And then maybe you have a block there. Place your hand to your hip. Turn your toes to the side. Open your body to the side. And then maybe reach up. And then maybe you can grab your foot. Look side. Excellent. Let it go. Set your foot down. Put your hands on either side of your foot. Lift up, downward facing dog. Lift up your foot, downward dog, and then vinyasa if you'd like. Shift, and then lower. Lift up through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Left foot forward between your hands. Spin it around, Skandasana. Side to side. And then come to the front, the right foot. Turn. And then lift up into crescent pose. So we're going to do another 30-second interval. Bring your arms down to your sides, shoulders back. So what you're going to do is you're going to slide your left foot in. This is your modification. So you'll just pick your foot or slide your foot in and tap beside the other foot. Arms to your sides for balance to start with, okay? Otherwise, you're back here in crescent pose, straight back leg, and then you're going to bring this left knee up, extend, bend, and bring it back. Okay? So modifications. Here we go. So reach up, extend forward, bend, and bring it back. Bring it in, so about 30 seconds, and bring it back. Remember, you can just slide in and tap and stand and bring it back. Do it again. In, up, bring it in, and then back. So I'm moving my arms with my leg position. Bring it in, extend, bring it in, and back. Good. About 10 more seconds. Reach, in, and then back. Do it again. Up, reach. 3, 2, do it one more time, and 1. Bring it back. Hands to the mat, press into the floor, downward facing dog. Vinyasa if you'd like. Shift, and then lower. Lift up through, exhale back, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Let's do the other side. Push the floor away. Left foot steps to your hands. Crescent pose. So separate your feet. There should be width, right, between your feet. Reach your arms up and then around, circle them back. Opening up the shoulders. Hands to your sides for balance first, okay? So here, straighten the back leg. You're going to slide your foot in and tap and lift up your chest all the way, standing tall. Alternately, straight back leg, bring it up, extend, in, and bring it back. Find the floor behind you. All right, so let's do it. Here we go. Modify if you need to. Up, extend, bring it back. Up, extension of the leg, and then bring it back. So you got to balance as you find the floor behind you, tucking the toes under, reach that leg back. Good. 15 more seconds. Bring it in, then up. Excellent. 5 more seconds. Do one more. Bring it in, extension. Excellent. Then reach up. Exhale your hands to the floor. Slide your left, or lift, not slide, lift your left foot up, downward facing dog. And shift forward into plank. Inhale. Shift forward, exhale, lower down, all the way. Good. So coming into Sphinx pose. Put your palms on the floor, your thighs on the mat. Press into your forearms. You can tuck your toes. Actually put your feet flat on the floor behind you. So you press into the feet. Press into the thighs or squeeze the thighs. Press into the floor, drawing your elbows into the mat or your forearms into the mat and down towards your hips. Spread through your blades. Press into your fingers. Good. Now keep pressing and tuck your toes under and lift up your body into form plank. Breathe in and breathe out. Shift forward and shift back. Shift forward and shift back. Abs in contracted. Support your spine, especially your lower back and your hips. By contracting your abs, shift, shift. Do that. This is our 30-second interval, 15 more seconds. And you got it. Breathe. Excellent. Lower down. And reach your arms this time to your sides. Turn your head to the right. Feel your body melt into the mat. Relax everything. So the bridge pose that we did earlier, preparing us for coming into bow pose. So what I want you to do is put your forehead on the mat. And you can bring your arms to your sides or beside your head, your hands beside your head. Then lift up and look down the bridge of the nose. Bend your right knee and reach back and grab the right foot. And lift up, breathe in, breathe out. Now set that down and extend your right leg. Now place your right hand down, bend your left knee, reach back and grab your left foot, and then lift up the thigh off the floor. Shoulders back, away from the ears, away from the floor, and then lower. Good, so release that, foot to the floor, hands on the mat. Key point here is abs contracted. So go ahead and contract your abs, pull your abs away from the floor, belly away from the floor. And you can alternate bending your knees and grabbing like that, or do both at the same time. And take a breath in, point your toes, and then lift up as you exhale, and then inhale and exhale. Lift the thighs up. Bring your knees in towards each other. Shoulders spread apart. Don't hold your breath right here. Lift up higher your toes, pressing your hands into you, or your feet into your hands. Inhale, and then exhale and lower. Stretching your front body. Stack your arms. Put your forehead down. Let's do that again. So you can alternate. Remember, pressing one hand down, bend your knee, and reach for your foot, or then the other, so alternate that. And then alternately lift your head away from the floor, the shoulders away from the floor, and then lift up your feet and grab your feet at the same time, right? And then press your feet into your hands to lift up the shoulders off the floor and pull them back. Breathing in and out. Lift the thighs, pull your legs in towards each other. One more breath. Then exhale, let it go. Bring your arms to the sides. Turn your head to the left. Lift your head, slide your hands down, and lift up into child's pose. So separate your knees towards the edges of the mat and send your hips back, your glutes back. Walk your arms forward, put your forehead down, and breathe. Relax your shoulders. Lengthening the spine, lengthening through the lower back. Okay, so let's come up into downward facing dog. Lift up your knees, send your hips back. It's probably a shorter downward dog than it should be. Let's test it out. Here's your plank. How'd you do? Lift up, downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up, inhale. Turn your toes out and bend your knee. Feel free to flip this or rotate at the ankle joint. If you flip this, you'll find the floor. Rise up on the fingertips of the right hand, reach up and over. So this is a half wheel pose. Now your spine is warmed up. Exhale your right hand to the floor and reach your right leg up. Inhale. Step the right foot forward. So shift forward, step through, heel to the mat. Reverse warrior, just like we did before. Side angle. Look up. Good. Place your hand on the floor, lift your left heel, twist right, side plank. Lift your right leg, right foot forward, and then Skandasana. And we'll go to the other side. Actually, come back to the front. We forgot something. So you're in crescent pose, right? Reach your arms up. We can't forget half moon. Lengthen the back leg, arms to your sides for balance, and shift your weight forward or your chest forward and lift your leg. Inhale up, balancing, shift your chest forward, hand to the block or the floor, turn your toes out and reach your arm up, press into the floor, lengthen the back leg. Good, now set your foot down and Skandasana now. Here's where we're gonna do that. Skandasana, lunging side to side. Left side, turn. Downward dog, vinyasa if you'd like, go ahead. Good, now left leg lifts it up. Left leg lifts, turn your toes out and bend your knee. Look up underneath the arm, flip, or rotate at the ankle joint. Turn your gaze up. If you're flipping, exhale your hand to the floor. Inhale, left leg up. Good, stretch it out away from you. Now look forward first. I'm going to teach you something. Bring your thigh in first. Then look forward and shift forward. Step your foot to your hands. That should be easier whenever you keep the leg up higher towards your torso when you shift forward. Reverse warrior. So the other side, same thing repeated. Side angle, up and over the ear. Beautiful. And now place the right hand, lift the right foot up. Let's twist, reach the arms, reach up intentionally.
right heel up. Now go to the right edge, the edge of your right foot. Slide your foot, leg out, lift up, arm up and over the ear, side plank. Lift your left leg up, grab your knee, step your foot forward. Inhale, crescent. Reach, press your feet into the floor. Sweep to the side, relax the shoulders, lean in and lift. Balance. Leg out, toes pointing down, tip your chest forward, reach your hand to hip, turn your toes out, open your body to the side, and reach up. Beautiful. You have accomplished a lot today already. Mindfulness, taking care of yourselves. Before you get on with your day, bring your hands down, set your foot down, Skandasana, side to side, and we're gonna stay right here. Bring your hands to the center, hands right there on the middle of your feet, right between your feet. Top, let your head tip over, so the crown of the head faces the mat. If you wanna bring the crown of your head to the floor, you can do that, or a block. Pull your elbows in towards each other, press your palms into the floor, lengthening through the back of your legs, or straightening them out. Pick your right hand up and grab your right big toe, left hand, left big toe. And then same thing, point your elbows up. Don't kickstand with your thumbs. So strength and integrity in the legs, abs contracted. And then place the hands in the center of your feet. Heel to your feet towards each other. All the way in. And then bend your knees and sit on your heels. Can you do that? Bring your hands to your heart. All right, before I leave you, or before we leave each other, squeeze your legs in. And then maybe you try this. So balance if this is what you want to do, or let's do crane pose. So hands in front, your knees are separated. I'm going to move my feet back so my hands are a little forward. Bring my knees into the inner outside of my arms, so squeezing them in, round your back, press into your hands, and lift your feet up off the floor. Lengthen through the arms, point your toes, and then set your feet down. Excellent. Sit back behind your heels and come onto your mat. Reach your arms up, elbows bent, like that. Then bring them in towards each other, and then open up. Do that again. Open up. Now set your left hand down behind your hip, reach your right arm up, and place your hand on the outside of your leg. Turn. Breathe. Inhale, reach your right arm up, left arm up, arms out to the sides, right hand down behind, and then bring the left hand on the outside of the right thigh and turn. So now we're going to start cooling it down. We'll do bridge pose again. And if you want to come into will, that's your option. If you have will in your practice. Good. Now look center. Change the crossing of your legs. And reach your arms out like this again. So cactus arms or goalpost arms. Reach. Hand behind, hand on the outside of your leg, turn. Good, reach up with the right arm and the left arm and bring them out. And then bring your hand down and reach your opposite hand over, turn. Press your fingertips into the floor. And then look center. Extend your legs out straight and roll back on your mat. And maybe you have a towel or a strap nearby that we can use in a moment. So settle your bodies onto the floor.
Bring your feet closer to your hips, back of the head comfortably on the mat. And bring the hands to the floor. And then lift up your hips off the floor. So stretching the front body, the flexors, the chest, or the belly, the chest. Reach your arms overhead first, and then sweep the hands to your sides and draw under the left side and the right shoulder. Bring the hands together, press the edge of the hands into the floor. You can slide your arms up underneath even more. Squeeze your legs in towards each other. So we're going to do that again, one more time. But first, lower down and just kind of relax for a moment. So decide, do you want to come up into a invigorating pose, will pose, or Urdhva separate your blades right here and relax. Close your eyes for a moment. Not overthinking it, but if you have this, you want to try it, you want to strengthen this way, it's a really powerful pose. It takes a lot of strength to move your shoulders up off the floor and bow the body. So bring your hands to your shoulders, not overthinking it, but being careful, right? Elbows in towards each other. So you'll lift up the middle of the back, kind of contract the abs right there and take a breath in. And then as you exhale, lift to the crown of the head and then lift up. Parallel your feet. Lengthen your arms. Then tuck your chin and lower the back of the head to the floor and lower all the way down. And then separate your blades and just relax. We'll do it one more time. But option to do bow pose or bridge pose, right? Or bridge pose or will pose. So your feet comfortable, away from the hips for a moment. Separate your blades apart. Then let's go ahead and set up. Bring your feet in, bridge pose or will pose, your choice. Hands on the floor. Then lift up your hips, draw on your right side, your left side, so you've got support or your foundation is set. Hands to the floor, above your shoulders, and lift all the way up. If you're coming into will, otherwise, bridge. And you can lift up one leg if you're in bridge pose. Strengthening the glutes, flex your foot. And then set that down, change sides. Toes pointing towards you. Chin off your chest. And then probably place your foot down. Everybody come down and relax. You've done it. Arms to the sides, tip your knees to the right and to the left. Will pose is a very, very powerful pose. It's invigorating, very similar to camel pose that we did earlier. But then also, crane pose or crow pose is one of those. It's accessible to most people. And it takes just practice. Practice over and over again. Right now we have a lot of time to practice, right? So if you do it right, then, or practice well and practice often, you'll get it. And if you need my extra instruction, just direct message me and let me know, and I can work with you, even over video. If you want to work on any of these powerful poses or anything that's eluding you. So tipping the knees. All right, so now let's use our strap. Or a towel. Bring your right foot into the strap and lift it up. So on our back, these poses take the same shape as when we're standing. So I'll point that out as we stretch. Extend the left leg out straight. Use your left hand and press your thigh towards the floor. Reach your hands up. Straighten the leg, flexing your foot.
So this stretching through the back of your leg, your hamstring. You cannot hold this pose long enough. This is a great pose to integrate stretching through the muscle and the soft tissue and the joints through the entire back of your leg, which all has so much to do with your lower back and your flexors and the front of your hips. And now reach with the right hand, grab the strap and let your leg drop over to the right. As you do that, you'll notice your left leg will lift up. So I want you to extend that left leg, straightening it out, press the calf to the floor, and then look over to the left, opposite way of your leg. You can straighten that leg all the way out. Your leg does not have to land on the floor. Arm over to the side. Great. Inhale and lift your leg up. And let's change. Go to the other side. So reach the right arm over to the right. And as you bring the leg over, level your shoulders or even up your shoulders on the floor. And if you can, try to reach the foot to the floor, your heel especially, if you can keep your shoulder on the floor. And look over to the right. You pull your foot up towards the side or leg up to the side. Breathe. Take another deep breath in. Then as you exhale, lift your leg up. Reach up. Bend your knee. So here's our lunge position that we did several times, standing. The leg to the side was half moon. And then extend up straight. This is basically warrior 3 before we went into half moon. All right, so now let's change sides. So left foot up, right leg goes down to the floor. Take a moment and establish your body flat on the floor. Press the right hand into the front of your thigh and look up towards your knee. Pull your leg in towards you. And then look up. Chin off of your chest. Lower the left leg out to the side. You'll feel your hamstring stretching as you do that. Extension of the leg as much as you can. Reach the right arm over to the right to counter the balance. Keep the right calf pressed down and look over. Inhale and lift your leg up all the way. Change your grip to the other hand, opposite arm, and then look over. So your shoulders stay on the floor, and maybe your foot can come all the way over and touch the floor. If not, that's okay. The main thing is to keep your shoulders on the floor. Turn the head, pull the foot up, leg up towards the side. So here's this would be a revolved half moon. Breathe. Good. Inhale, lift your leg up. And then once your leg goes straight up, bend your knee and pull that knee into the side body and look up. Flex your right foot. Excellent. And then begin to let your leg go or the foot go from the strap. Release the towel or strap to the floor. Happy baby. Arms between. Reach for the outside edges of your feet and rock from side to side. You did a great job. Success. Super good, you guys. So be sure to comment or show me that you were here so I know. And leave me any comments, any thoughts. Tomorrow is the strength class, the subscription paid class, and the group Strength with Weights, and you need dumbbells or some kind of weights, and I highly recommend that class so that we get a little bit of muscle strength in. Place your feet on the floor with resistance weights. We do body resistance in the boot camp later on at 8:30, but the strength with weights is at 8 or 7:30 for 30 minutes, and then take a 30-minute break. And boot camp is at 8:30 tomorrow. So we'll do that and then be on with our day tomorrow. So try to stick with me each day of the week and do something. You'll feel so accomplished by the end of the week if you do something every day, even if it's one of the 30-minute classes, knees side to side. Now, we're going to have a Shavasana. Extend the right leg out, left leg out. So your right heel points to the right corner and your left heel points to the left corner. Lift your shoulders up and set your shoulders down evenly. Lift your head. Comfortably set your head back on the floor. And your hips wiggle around and relax your shoulders and your arms. And let your arms come out so there's space between your body and your arms. Feeling that open position, or just feeling open to receiving relaxation and easing your mind. No worries, just being for a moment. As your thoughts come and go, recognize them, but let them go. Your mind wants to have something to do, and meditation is about just not attaching to the thoughts that come into your mind. Not contemplating or reflecting. Contemplating the future or reflecting the past, but just being in the moment. So being in the moment with your breathing. Your next 5 breaths of air, take a deep breath in and control the airflow, inhaling deeply. Full capacity, and then exhale all of the air out of the lungs fully. So using all the space in the lungs. Inhale. And then let your air go. Exhale. Do that again. Breathe in, but don't stretch or stress your shoulders as you're breathing in more intentionally. And then as you exhale the air out of the lungs, relax the shoulders, the body, the hips. Inhale through your nose, last time. Consciously breathing. And then exhale that out. And now your breathing goes back to unconscious breathing, just letting it happen. Just thinking about just the space around you. Your body on the mat, pressure points. Maybe you're feeling more on one side than the other, or underneath the hips or the shoulders, the heavier parts of your body, or the head feeling super heavy on the mat. But bring your mind to the mind's eye, the third eye, space between the brow. Allowing your jaw to relax, relaxing the shoulders, each arm, down the torso, softening at the belly, relaxing your hips fully, extending through the right leg, but then relaxing, extending through the left leg, but then relax. Then start to move your fingers and move your toes and open your eyes, slide your feet onto the floor and roll over to the side and push up to a seated position. Cross your legs and sit up well.
Bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra and the edge of the thumbs to the heart. I bow my practice to you. Thank you for participating and for showing up. And I hope you have a wonderful day and stay well. In thanks and in gratitude, I bow my practice to your practice. The light in me sees and feels the light in you. Namaste. Thank you. So don't miss tomorrow morning. 8 o'clock or 7:30 is strength with weights, and that's the subscription class, and 8:30 boot camp. And that's free for everyone. And everyone can do that class. Thank you. Have a great one. Bye.